Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and today I have a fun DIY for you. Most of the items I'm featuring today are from the dollar store or the Dollar Tree, or you can find variations of them there. I'm going to be creating a floral wreath for autumn, and I'm using a welcome sign format, so it's going to say welcome across it, so it could go on your front door or maybe like a side door or whatever door you might use, or outside even if you have a warmer climate perhaps. This green floral wreath is from the dollar store, like I mentioned. They usually carry these year-round, but you can also find them and use coupons on them at your local craft store like Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I went with a smaller format. I believe this is about a 8-inch floral wreath, and I also have this burlap here. Now this burlap was from the dollar store. They might not have this color, but they do carry burlap year-round. You can also find these burlap strips at your local craft store as well as other stores like Walmart and Target. The first time around I did not spread it out equally enough, and this is the kind of floral foam that kind of sheds. So if you don't like that kind of feeling, definitely don't get this color foam. The softer foams tend to shed like that, as well as the cheaper foam, so I highly recommend getting a better one if you don't like that flaky feeling, but that's why I'm covering it with this red burlap. And burlap also comes in varying sizes, of course, and lengths. So this one almost covered the whole thing, so in order to finish it off, I decided to cover that side with my decorations. So I simply hot glued the burlap into place using my hot glue gun. And now here's the metal words that I was talking about. I featured these in a haul video a while back on my channel, but you can find these also, like Target Dollar Spot gets things like these, as well as Walmart sometimes gets home decor like these. So they're really fun to use. Now I have a package of loose leaves, which are from the dollar store again, and then I also have some branches which are just from my stash. So I have some thicker leaves and some thinner leaves. And here you'll see I start to layer them on just to see what they look like, and then I realize I need to wrap quite a few around the sides, so I know I'm going to have to layer the leaves, which I think gives the wreath a lot more dimension in the end, which I really like. And since I hung it on our stair doorway, so we have a doorway that leads up to stairs and then you can get into the house that way, I put that one there, so that way if I really had to make sure to cover all the sides of it. So making sure I covered the sides on the bottom, which where the green kind of snuck through on the burlap, just to make sure it looked okay. So you'll see me using my hot glue gun and simply gluing them into place. This DIY did not take me long at all. I highly recommend it if you're looking for some home decor for your home. You could do all sorts of foam shapes. They make a lot of different styrofoam shapes as well if you're into using styrofoam. You could make those ball-shaped leaves that are just covered in leaves and hang them from your ceiling, or as a centerpiece for your dining room table for Thanksgiving. There's so many things you could do with these fake leaves and these sort of items. If you guys would like more tutorials like this, please let me know in the comments down below. I love doing DIYs. I just usually don't find the time to do them despite having all the supplies to do them. I've had this floral wreath for probably over 2 years now, and I'm finally getting to using it, so definitely encourage me down below with what DIYs you'd like to see. We could do fashion DIYs or home decor DIYs or organizing DIYs. Just let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. And if you're new here, definitely be sure to subscribe down below. I don't want you guys to miss out on any more of my videos. You saw me pull in some fake flowers there. Those are from the Dollar Tree, but I ended up not using them because I didn't like the way they were a little too big for this wreath. I have created other wreaths in the past for gifts and items like that, so if you guys are interested in seeing wreaths for different occasions, I can definitely do more. Maybe we could do a Christmas wreath tutorial if you guys would like to see one like that, because that's like a different ballpark with the textures and colors that we'd be going for. So I'm kind of varying the leaves around, trying to make them stick up in different spots. I kind of build out the cluster so that it flares out towards the bottom, again just to make the wreath feel fuller and bigger. And this is where I pull in the leaf sprigs from my stash. They have the dimensional plastic on the back, so they really give the leaves some more life than just the embossed pieces that I had from the dollar store leaves. The dollar store does carry leaves on branches. You just get fewer to a branch than if you were to buy the pack like I did of 50 for $1. And be careful if you're hot gluing, especially if you are a younger crafter. You want to make sure you don't burn yourself because these leaves can seep the glue through and you can hurt yourself. I also had this orange leaf ribbon, which I ended up not using on this project, but I do have a project coming up later that I will be using it on. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Here I'm looking for a little element because the glue was very visible on the yellow leaf there. So I found this fawn wood veneer that I thought was absolutely adorable. I was gifted this, so I'm not 100% sure where it's from, but that will be resting right there. You saw me pull out this twine earlier. It's orange and white twine from the Target dollar spot from last year. I'm sure they have some variation of it this year. And I just ended up making loops of it. Since it held that loop shape already because of the way it was on the roll, I could just easily keep looping it and then glue it into place. I just think it adds some sort of rustic feel to this. So you can kind of see it coming together now. The welcome sign will be glued on as well. Just want to make sure everything else is glued into place first. And since I am working with hot glue, I actually use the back end of my scissors to kind of push stuff into place so I don't burn myself. Here's where I try to figure out what I want to hang my wreath with. This was one of the hardest decisions. So I glue on my sign and then realized that I still need to figure out what I want to hang it with. So I thought I was going to use the same orange and white twine, but I ended up not liking the look of that on the red burlap. It just didn't look right to me. It almost blended in too much. I thought about using this dark blue ribbon, which gave me a fall feel, and now I'm looking through my other ribbons, which are off screen. And what I'd pick are a couple different options. I have this light green olivey color ribbon. It's a thicker ribbon, but I also know I don't have a lot left on the roll. And then I also pick out a dark brown ribbon. Now this is a thinner ribbon, which I kind of like the thinner look. I wrap it around twice just to give it a little bit more stability. But I end up tying it at a bow at the top, and that's pretty much it for this DIY. I have some close-up shots of it here in video format in case you're interested, but let me know if you guys do fall DIYs and if you guys would like to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!